what's up everybody out there in Learning Land? Tyler from 10thumbspro.com coming at you with another ukulele tutorial like we do every single Wednesday and Saturday. Today we're breaking down Loser by the Grateful Dead. Printable tabs and song sheet for this tutorial and all our tutorials by becoming a Patreon. Links in the notes, links in the description as well. Direct link to this tab pinned in the first comment plus some timestamps to accelerate your learning. My email is in the description if you want some one-on-one lessons plus links to our other social networks. But if you're ready to rock it out, cool with me, I dig it and I respect it, grab your ukulele. Brain and attention span, once you have those three things, follow me on in and let's break this lesson down together. Come on in, let's do it. Chords first, we have an A minor, G major, C major, D major, E minor. We're also going to see an A major later in the song. So it's in the key of A minor. You would solo an A minor, but we have two non-diatonic chords, meaning two chords that are borrowed from other keys. That is the D major and the A major. Okay, let's go ahead and break down the intro riff. Okay, so let's go ahead and break that down. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm starting 6th fret here and I'm hammering from the 6th fret to the 5th fret, or 7th fret. Then I'm dropping down and I'm grabbing the 7th fret of the E string, which is our root note, our A note. Then I'm going right back to the 6th fret with my middle finger to the 5th fret with my index finger. And after that, index finger is going to come down here and grab the 1st fret. Keep that there, and then your ring finger is going to grab the 5th fret this time, and you're going to play 4, 3, 5. This is an A minor chord. Now, if you accidentally get this G note in there, don't worry too much. That just makes it an A minor 7, so it's not going to like spoil the chord or anything. It's just going to add a little bit of jazziness to it, we'll say. After you come down to this A minor and you strum down on it, you're going to play the open C or the open E, open G, and then right back to the hammer-on. Okay, and like I said, there are multiple guitars playing at the same time. So if you play along with the recording, you're going to hear some other guitars in the background. If this open E, open G, for example, is another guitar, it's a different guitar. So if you wanted to, you could just go down, up on that A minor, and then and skip that doo-doo if that's either too hard for you or you don't like the way that sounds, because that is coming from a different guitar. So option 1. Or option 2. Either one is going to work great. And you go through it, you'll do, oops, right when you come down on this A minor, that's the first beat. And so you go through that 4 times. And then after that, the 4th time through, when you get to this C note here, you're just gonna jump into the verse. So let's go ahead and take a look at the verse now. There's only 2 chord progressions in this song. It goes verse, verse, bridge, verse, verse, okay? So, but the verse has a lot of movement in it. The first 4 measures, well, for our strum pattern, we're just gonna do down, 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 up, down, up. Now that's the foundation. You can add down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. Feel free, it's an eighth pattern strum, so you can mix it up a little bit. You can add a down on the numbers, you can add an up on the and. This is just a foundation. A band like Grateful Dead, they create a lot of movement, they create a lot of jamming, so feel free to think of this as like a blueprint that you can add some flexibility to. Down, 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 up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. First four measures: A minor, G, C, D. Okay. After that, bring up the next four. It goes D, C, E minor, A minor. Next four. This is the first time we see, if you look at that C, G, something where the chord only lasts 2 beats. And we're going to go down, down, up, down, down, up. So over the C, down, down, up, G, down, down, up. So this part goes A minor, C, G, E minor. And then the next part, we bring them up, we see we have the second two measures, C, E minor, A minor, E minor. A lot of change, but we're going to do that same strum pattern, okay? So we get D, D, C, E minor, A minor, E minor. Then you bring up the last four, and it's just 4 strum patterns on A minor. Every single verse actually ends with 4 strum patterns on A minor, and the bridge actually finishes with 8. So when you get to the bridge, you'll strum the A minor 8 times if you are just playing with the record, but that's also where the solo happens, and they just solo over just an A minor chord. It's pretty interesting. So why don't we go ahead and play through the first verse. Let's put the lyrics up and strum through it together. It's a little early, and this is really, really high. I'll try to sing through it, but this isn't, it's going to sound even a little worse than normal. Here we go. If I had a gun for every ace I've drawn, I could arm a town the size of Abilene. Don't you push me, baby, 'cause I'm moaning low, and you know I'm only in it for the gold. A little context for the changes. The changes are pretty loose. He's sometimes coming in with the word a little early, sometimes a little late. The chords are set up right over the syllables where you're changing, but if you're coming in a little early or a little late, that's fine. Jerry's pretty loose with the melody in this one. So that happens again for the second verse, and then we get to the bridge. Let's take a look at the bridge. The bridge is a little more consistent in what's going on. It goes G, D, A, A. And that happens 3 times. And his voice is getting way up there. It's really high. Last deal in the country, sweet Susie. Way higher than I would be able to sing. Jerry had an impressive vocal range. I think everybody knows about his guitar chops, but I think his singing is a little underrated. We go C, G, A minor, E minor. And finish with 2 strum patterns on D. That change from E minor to D is pretty tricky. Even though those are 2 beginner chords, that's kind of a intermediate chord change. Take your time with it. Really practice it if you're struggling with it. Take it nice and slow. Okay? So then you go to the solo, but let's go ahead and strum through the bridge one time first, and we'll put the lyrics up. Here we go. right into the solo. Actually, it's funny that I said Neil Young earlier because that reminds me a little bit of Down by the river, I shot my baby. Except I can sing that one a little easier. Okay, so then we get into the solo. It's just H strum patterns over the A minor. Lost count. Sorry, 7, 8. It's a little slower. And that whole time too, A minor is your vehicle of destruction. So Jerry's hanging out in shape 4, which would be 7, 9, 8, 10, 7, 10. So that is kind of, if you're jamming and you want to sound like Jerry, that's a good place to do it. You have your root note here on the 9th fret of the C. And you can get a lot of mileage out of this 10, 8, 9 right here. All I'm doing there is I'm pulling off from the 10 to the 8, then playing the 9 with my middle finger. Just like that. All right. So those are some ideas. Now you could also, if that's just too high on your ukulele because you're playing a soprano, you do have shape 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 3. Shape 2, 2, 4, 3, 5, or sorry, 2, 4, 3, 5, 3, 5. And then shape 3, which would be 4, 7, 5, 8, 5, 7. So if you're jamming with a friend, you can get, in a soprano in the key of A minor, I get the most mileage out of playing between shape 2 and shape 1. I really like that slide 2 to 4. And knowing that this A note is on my 5th fret right here on the E string, I can resolve my solo anytime I want right here. Slide 2 to 4, 3, 5, up to the 3 of the A. Give it a little bend, back to the 5. There was a pull 5 to 3, down to 4, back up to 3, 5. So those are some ideas in those shapes too. The whole thing's over an A minor vamp, so feel free to rock it out. Now, if you wanted more harmony instead of the A minor and you wanted to take a longer solo, you could play the entire verse, but then you are taking an 8-bar solo and making it 16, so that's something to keep in mind. When they play it live, I have heard them play the verse chorus instead of just the A minor vamp. The studio recording is just 8 measures of A minor, but I have heard them when they play it live play the progression for the verse and solo over that. That's something to keep in mind. For the very last verse, you play the first majority of it the same. You play the first 14 of 16 bars the same. So let's just put the lyrics up and play through the last verse. When we get here, the C, A minor, E, A minor, E minor, that things change up a little bit because this becomes the coda. So we're doing the C, E minor, A minor, E minor, followed by 2 measures of A minor, and then we're repeating it like C, well, C, E minor, A minor, E minor, A minor. It repeats. Just like that. And you would do that 2 times just like that. And the 3rd time through, the A minors become a D. but you still finish on an A minor chord. So let's take it from that, right where that C starts at the end. We'll bring the lyrics up and we play through it. We get, oops, we get. And you could strum that A minor a little slower. They do at the end. They're kind of like, to give the ending just a little more drama. And there you have it, folks. That is Loser by the Grateful Dead. I hope you dig it. Listen to it. Let's just go ahead and just strum through this whole thing because there's so many changes in it. Let's just take it from the top. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Cool, everyone. Thank you so much for watching to the very end of the lesson here at symptomspro.com. We appreciate you learning with us in Learning Land. Thank you so much to the Patreon that made this possible, too. I see you and I appreciate you. Thank you for your patience. I hope you dig it. I put some work into it. Cool song, and I just hope you dig it. It was really hard for me to sing. Sorry about that. It's just Jerry's way too high, and I tried. It just didn't sound good. Hopefully, you make it sound better than I did. All right, until next time, keep on rocking and rolling. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely life. Play the ukulele because it spreads joy and happiness. And until next time, my friends, take it easy. Life is good. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Rock and roll. Take care.